Most athletes, we're not trying to get tired in the gym. That's for your sport to do. Hey everybody, Coach Rob back. All right, this week, all right, I'm gonna talk to my wrestlers. All right, we are we're getting towards the end of the wrestling season right now. So, but the type of training that I'm going to discuss is not in-season training for wrestling. It's going to be what we need to be doing for the off-season for wrestling training. All right, in order to prepare. All right, so this will become for my high school, my middle school, even collegiate athletes and stuff like that who are going to preparing as they, like I said, as they get done with the season and you go into your off-season work. These are some things that I recommend. All right, so my first thing is stop conditioning in the gym, meaning stop trying to lift light weights, all right, while you're in the gym and get conditioning from in the gym. I'm not saying you can't do circuit training and stuff like that. You definitely can. But your primary focus when you come in the gym should be getting as strong as possible. All right, that should be your primary purpose, to get strong as possible, explosive as possible, working on those type 2 muscle fibers, and trying to get the adaptations, in the gym that way. All right, my next thing is to sprint. All right, my collegiate athletes, all right, you're on a different wavelength, a different path and stuff like that. Go ahead and, you can't go run track. However, you should be sprinting, all right? And now talk about how your sprinting and your and your wrestling goes hand in hand as far as training energy systems and stuff like that, either at the end of this. But that's my thing. You should be sprinting. For my high school and my middle school athletes, even for the ones who are, listen, we know wrestling is my main sport, all right? Wrestling is my main sport. I run, all right? I wrestle 8 months out of the year. All right. I'm wrestling pretty much 8 months out of the year. One of my recommendations to all athletes, no matter what sport you do, you need an off season. You need a time for your body to reset. Does that mean that we stop doing anything? Absolutely not. What it does mean is, especially for combat sports like a wrestling or collision sports like football, you need time for your body to relax, so we go but we want to continue to train. So my recommendation for high school, middle school athletes is to go run track. All right. What this will help you do, all right, it will help you learn to work on your force production. All right. That force production will translate directly when you get back on the mat. All right. One of the things I like to tell people, when you look at the high level wrestling athletes, I guarantee if you line up the top 10 wrestlers in the nation, all right, the faster ones are going to be in the top 3. I get everybody loves to grapple. We loves to work on, all the moves and stuff like that. But I guarantee you, those top 3 athletes, all right, those top 3 wrestlers are going to be the faster sprinters. Guarantee. If they line them up and all them made them race against each other, they're going to be the most athletic. So anyway, that's my recommendation. Make sure that you sprint. Now going back to the conditioning in the gym, one of the things is that, all right, wrestlers, when it comes to wrestling and conditioning, or wrestling and sprinting, the wrestling mimics that of a 4-8 runner. All right, meaning they need all 3 energy systems. You have to train all 3 energy systems, meaning you need the quick burst, the type 2 fibers, you need the oxidative, you need the lactate training, you need the same thing. Like if you've ever ran a 4 to 800, or if you've ever and you've wrestled, all right, a few of my athletes do both. Yeah, they're crazy. And but a few, but if you've ever done both, that burning that you get in your chest is the same. That burning, that lactate feeling that you feel in your legs is going to be the same. All right. However, the same is with the 4-H sprinting. It's the same. It's same with wrestling. Whereas you still need that quick burst. All right. If I'm trying to get takedowns and stuff like that, you can't. You're not gonna get it. You know, conditioning going slow. I need that quick type 2 muscle fiber trying to get that explosive. I got to come after them. So if I'm trying to come after them and I'm trying to work takedowns and I'm trying to do these things, I have to have that quick burst. All right. So I need to be trying to get that adaptation. In order to get that adaptation, all right, in the gym, I need to be, all right, getting stronger. I need to be, you know what I'm saying? Working on my explosion. I need to be training explosively. I don't need to have 10-pound dumbbells. Like literally, you can get 10-pound dumbbells and you can kick an athlete's ass for, you know what I'm saying, an hour in the gym and they'll leave tired. Right? One of my things is for most athletes, we're not trying to get tired in the gym. That's for your sport to do. So if I'm a wrestler, you go in the gym. This is one of the things that we've done to be pretty successful at is when we go in the gym, we're lifting with maximal intent. All right, we're lifting with maximum intent. We're trying to get as strong, as explosive as possible. We're trying to be intense as possible. And then when we go to wrestle, that's when we do our conditioning. We're going to get our conditioning from working our moves, drilling, you know, doing the conditioning in our sport. Let that be that. When we're in the gym, we want to be strong because that's how we want to get the edge on our opponent. We want to get the edge on our opponent by, you know, we want to be strong. We want to be explosive. We want to be, you know, doing these different things. And then when we go into our sport, now we're working on our, you know, we're doing our tumbling, we're doing our drills, we're doing our, you know, we're doing all the other stuff on the mat. All right, the gym has its purpose. And then the sport has its purpose. Now going back to the sprinting, right? One of my things is, this is one of the reasons why I like athletes to do multiple sports. So as wrestlers are coming out of, especially for my JV and my middle school wrestlers, this is one of the reasons why I like for you guys to do multiple sports, run track. All right. And one of the reasons why I want you to run track, not just for the sprinting part, because it's also going to work on your competitiveness. That's why I'm competing. I'm pushing myself. I know it's intense. I have a will to win, and no matter what I do. All right. So, all right. Not to get too long-winded in this video, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to hear some more detail, if you want to go through some, I can go in more detail how we go about this type of training, trying to get an adaptation, some of the things. But one of the things that I wanted to address, because I see it a lot, is athletes going in the gym and they just they're just doing the bar or just doing like 10 pounds on the bar. They're not lifting with maximum intent. They're only grappling. They're never sprinting. So they're never working on the force production and stuff like that. And therefore they're losing matches. You know, they may be a better wrestler. I've seen this. All right. I'm going to leave this with y'all. I've seen this. I've seen wrestlers, who are better wrestlers, but you're just not athletic. I know I've seen this right in front of me several times where this other athlete knew maybe 4 or 5 moves. And this other athlete knew 100 moves. But the difference is the other athlete is they're the same weight class, and I'm just stronger than you. I'm more explosive than you, and I can execute as an athlete better than you. All right. And that's what we want to be able to do. We want to have the best of both worlds. All right. That's enough for me today. All right. Coach Rob.